I bet you read the title and was like, the patrol finally goes to the dyno. Well, it is, but not without this. So, you're probably like, Dave, why are the rockers, everything out? Why are the cams out again? Well, if you know this, well then you know, but the car has decided to snap another valve spring, which has basically put me on, so we're about 2 days out right now from dyno, and I basically started up all good. Del drove it out. She was sweet, just randomly misfiring, and I'm like, what the heck, why is there a misfire? Like, everything is new, like new coils, new plugs, like again, new plugs, re-gapped, all that, new ECU, new wiring, new injector, like it's all brand new. Anyway, pull the compressor tester out, chuck it on, it's on 0. This time on number 4, so I'm a little bit definitely pissed off. It's probably a minor, probably a little, I don't know. It's very annoying, but basically I had Benny at Precise come and have a look. So he fitted the things a few years ago before it rained into the engine, and then we did the whole engine thing. So if you're not familiar, we had a motor done, it got put in, Jesse put it in, the owner. Then we had to move from our second shed. So the car sat outside and it had a bonnet vent, and he didn't put all the bolts in, and it rained inside for like 4 months or 3 months straight, whatever it rained. So that happened. Then basically the bottom end fell apart. Long story short, we put another fresh bottom end in, whacked the head on with the valve springs, because there was already valve springs fitted to the head. There was no leaks in the valve, so that was sweet as. So I'm like, cool. Whacked it all on, beautiful. Car started, ran, beautiful, sweet as. And then there was only a couple drive out we did, and then it broke a valve spring. So the valve spring did have a bit of rust on it from the water. So that's obviously happened. Now we replaced that valve spring, which was all good, running up until the other day. So, and then another one's broken. So I'm kind of like, I do not want another one breaking because, well, it hasn't even gone to the dyno yet, and it's about to. So we're going to do that. So not without the problems, but we'll see what it does at the dyno. But I'm nervous as heck. Like, you build something and then you take it to the dyno and you're a bit nervous. Well, I don't think I'll be ever as nervous as this car, because it hasn't even lasted at the front of the shop, coming in and out. So that's what we're going to do. We've got a new set of Crocam valve springs going back in, which is very painful because it is a shite job. So we'll see how that goes. Bush pillar. But this thing, seriously. This, however, is K fabrication here, with that hotness, and then that bad boy goes zip on top of that. So that's, in case you're wondering why is the gear earth mounted so high, well, that's why. So we get clear power steering things and do all that. Very nice. All right, yeah, gronks. I'm here with Ren Rag. The depression is here. Finally at M1. So Benny's, I'm just going to say it, I'm putting it into existence. Benny is going to tune the car, it's going to be successful, and it's going to just make a little bit of horsepower, and it's going to live, and we're going to drive it out, and it's going to be good times. And then we can sort the...
don't worry about it.
And the tyres can be removed later on. So, thank you for working. This is the engine bay. So here we have Turbski, a pipe, a snorkelly, no beers butt, no nose beers either, engine, alternator. Yep. So how do you feel about it, mate?
Oh, pretty good. I'm glad it didn't make any more power than it made. I was honestly concerned, but yeah, we're happy. I wish I knew a torque number.
We don't have a torque number because the auto get false readings, so we can just say whatever the heck we want. But
yeah, got 1600 Newton meters, you know.
At the bolt. Hey,
37.
it's running. It's tuned. It hasn't blown up.
Sounds juicy. Sounds like a weapon.
It kind of does, but it doesn't. It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna take it for a little spill. Alright, so obviously it's been a little while since we've got to do anything with the patrol. It was tuned a couple of months ago. Essentially, the dyno, everything went swell. We mentioned about taking the car down to Coffs Harbour, Matsuri, and it immediately blew a water hose, which we thought it was the Welsh plug. Ended up being a hose that we put on when essentially we were dummy fitting some stuff, and I guess it never just got rectified. It's been rectified now. But I pulled the box out because the torque converter kept coming loose to the flex plate, and that was an issue. We had a slight little gearbox leak because when you change the bell housing, you need to reseal it, and it was resealed, but just not enough because damn you ATV. So that's all rectified, all in, except we have one more problem now with this car. And Jesse, when after the tune, it came back to here, he basically fried third gear going up one of the hills because he couldn't help himself. So I'm going to just double check an oil level, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the third gear is cooked, so it's probably coming back out for this patrol. So this damn patrol, I've had enough. So on to essentially Luke's car and what we've done to Luke's car. Right, so update for the Japan Falcon. From my knowledge, it's on the boat heading to J-Land. Michael at Dory Junkie has sorted all that out. So if you're looking at getting a car shipped from Australia to Japan, he's your man basically. But I did, so for those people freaking out, I did put all pump gears. I just didn't film it because I wanted to make sure that I did it right. So I don't put all pump gears in all pumps every single day of the week. So the two boxes, so I'm throwing stuff around, but the backing plate and the gears from Boundary or Pump, which is pretty ironic because it's a USA part and he's in USA for an Australian delivered vehicle. But yes, so I did do all pump gears, so no stress there. So the car's on its way. Hopefully it gets there. Luke has got some I think Kunzo wheels, going onto it. So I don't know if he's said that to anyone yet, but look, you guys now know. So look at that. On to the next update. Geordie's car, the 31 wagon, we actually have that in the shop to put a new gearbox in because he has destroyed it. Essentially what I tell people with drift cars, grip and power, all that is great, but everything needs to be upgraded. So Geordie's actually been driving this car for a few years now, beating the crap out of this car. I actually don't know how it's still going because there's so much things that we don't know about the car. But he's chucked on the bigger tyres. Car's working sick, but he's actually ended up blowing the diff and the 25 gearbox at the same time. So keep that in mind with particularly AUs or any drift cars around the world, wherever you're watching. You add grip and power, you're just going to have faults. So one of the things leading to the reason why I'm driving AUs and I never built my Laurel to the crazy horsepower stuff, mainly because I was an apprentice when we started, but those of you know, Levi Clark down here in Australia, who has the drift rod, which Petey, who drives with us, who normally drives Archer at events, he actually built the hot rod, the drift rod. So me and Levi, we started basically at the same time, and everyone had a bit more funding than me, so they just built the cars crazy, and I was like, if I'm going to add power, I'm going to add horsepowers, I'm going to have to add grip, then my dip's going to blow, then I'll make that, then my gearbox, then my clutch, and it was like a snowball effect. And I thought, I want to still be driving. I don't want to drive for just one season. I want to drive all the time. So I just didn't build the car hectic and left it the power it was. So keep your car drivable. Don't go crazy in horsepower. So it's also why I do love an NA car, because you can just give it crap the whole time. And unless it's a Barra, then that's a different thing. But I did buy a Barra, so I'll show you guys what I bought. It's getting an Intec, by the way. So I bought a Barra. This disgusting thing. So I know everyone's like, but Dave, you said you hate Barras. Well, I do, but I bought a Terry. For those of you who don't know, because obviously it's an Australian delivered vehicle, it's a crossover Falcon SUV thing. essentially a hideous of a car, but kind of has mainly Falcon driving gear. People use the rear ends out of these because they had the turbo rear ends into the Falcons to beef them up a little bit. For instance, that's what's in the back of Luke's BF. So this piece of crap, look at this. Look at this. There. Essentially, still a relatively cheap car here with kind of enough features to tow with. So that is what is going to be the new tow thing. And I'm putting an AU engine in and getting rid of this thing that I hate. Alright, basically bring this video to a close. I thought I'd actually announce because we haven't really told anyone, but we're essentially relocating. So I know it's been like, some people in the background do know, but like for a long time I've wanted to relocate from the current area that we're at. We're kind of in the central-ish Gold Coast, black area of Gold Coast kind of nowadays, but it's just not where I want to be anymore. I want to move closer, a little bit closer to home. So we're going to go back up to the south end of the Gold Coast. So pretty much at almost the very south. It's like 3 suburbs from the very south of Queensland to the beach side. So we're moving. Where we're moving, we're actually going to downsize. So we're going to be able to, we're downsizing our old stuff, but we're going to be able to upsize in our new stuff. So those of you guys know, it's only actually been me and Kirsty the last 2 months. So it's actually just been me and the wife doing all the stuff as we've been slowly winding it down. So we're finishing that up. I don't know how this whole YouTube thing is going to go because it's going to be very different everything. I'm going to have a smaller workplace, but we're going to work it out. I do have some pretty cool stuff planned. I just need to get this end of the year kind of thing sorted. So we'll see how that goes, because currently the wife, she's actually just come out of hospital. She's had some surgery. So I am essentially soloing it. So it's pretty quiet around here. But that's that. So orders and all those things, we'll let everyone kind of know. But we'll still be doing all the online stuff. So thank you for your support, everyone. That's not going to be an issue because we're going to relocate that pretty much about Christmas time. So the crossover, obviously Christmas has its own complications because people ordering stuff everywhere. So that's it. We're relocating. We're going to Burleigh. So if you are on essentially all my secondhand items, so if you're on the Gold Coast or even close to us, all the secondhand stuff, I'm not really shipping out secondhand stuff. So I mean, if it's a big enough order and someone wants to buy a ton of stuff, then we can settle the price, and I can work out some sort of arrangement to send stuff out. But most of the engineers need to go. I'm keeping obviously a few things, but we're going to be selling up all the second-hand stuff. So where I'm going to, it's already established workshop. I don't need to buy more things. I actually need to get rid of stuff. So, but my space is going to be smaller. So yes. Thanks for watching. This is going to be an interesting end of the year for me. I'll do a thing. There's definitely some pretty cool things for next year in store, so I'm excited for that. But also, this is going to be a very draining process. So it's about as untied as I'm going to look for the next few months. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for support, and appreciate it. I do actually have a couple AUs that we're going to be building up to. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Raffle it off, or I don't fully know. But I do want to do a couple of cool cars for the ability for anyone to be able to win it, drive it, drift it, register, those type of things. So quality built fair. Thank you.